behalf of Delta Sky Team and our global partners, welcome on board your Delta flight going to Charlotte Douglas International Airport. As you're making your way to your seat, we kindly ask that you please step into your row and out of the aisle as quickly as possible. Allow those passengers behind you to make their way to their seat as well. If you're traveling with a larger roll aboard, please place it in the overhead bins, either wheels or handle skirts on either side of the aircraft. Keeping in mind that the overhead bin space is shared space, so if the bin directly above your seat is already full, please go ahead and utilize the next available space.
Welcome to dreary Newark, New Jersey. It really is dreary here today. We're going to be taking a flight from Newark to Charlotte. The purpose of this flight, kind of the twofold purpose, first of all, is to get passengers safely to their next destination. That's first. But also to try out the A330 that is in XPlane 12 and just get a feel for it. By the way, like our livery, it's a Delta Legacy livery, so it's the old Delta livery. I think it's kind of cool. I think it looks good, and so we're going to sport it on this trip, and let's go ahead and get started. We're in an Airbus A330-9 in kind of rainy conditions. Let's get our weather.
Charlie Golf Tango Lima Zulu, Newark Liberty INTL ground. Wind 047 at 8 knots. Active departure runway 04L.
Right, master switch is on, AP bleed is on, and start is on. Seatbelt lights are going to be switched to the on position, and we're going to, you know what, our electronics can be set there. We'll leave that on the auto in case someone wants to surf while we're getting ready. We're already up to the gate here. And let's see how similar we are to the A321neo Toliss aircraft. This is the... Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I didn't tell you right. No, I didn't. We're in a Toliss. We're not in the stock A330. We're in the Toliss A330 330-900 A339. Okay, sorry, I was wrong. Had a brain fart, and the reason is because when I went to load it initially, I had a crash the first time I tried to load the A330 default, and I'm not sure why, but I went to the Toliss and it loaded first time. So I'm not sure if there's something that was updating in an INI file, but in any case, we're in the Toliss A330, which is the A339. Okay, I also have my frame rates up here just in case we want to compare and look at how they're doing. First things is we're going to do an init request. I think we've already pulled down the flight plan. I have. Okay. So let's pull that down. It's populating out here. Takes it a second. It doesn't load instantly, but you can feel it. You can see a little motion there, so it did load. And we're going to load the IRS initialization, align reference, confirm. Okay. For our flight plan, we're going to go to Newark first, a departure. We're departing on the 04 left. I have two possible departures. I have the port 4 departure with a transition of Biggie. And I think that's the one actually, well, from runway 04 though, it's either, I've got Devil or EWER. Brian, would you get our IFR clearance, please?
I'll take care of the IFR clearance.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I want to go and get some input from ground.
Newark Liberty International Airport clearance, Delta 7673 Heavy. We'd like to collect our IFR clearance. We have Papa.
Clearance on request. Stand by. Delta 7673 Heavy, Newark Liberty International Airport clearance, cleared to Charlotte. Radar vectors Big E, then as filed. Climb and maintain 3000, expect flight level 40010 minutes after departure. Departure on 127.6, squawk 3643. Expect runway 4 left.
Newark clearance, United 2098,
do that again. Departure is on 04 left.
925 radio check.
I'm not sure why we're not getting something there. So we got EW4. My SID is EWR4. I don't know. You know, I thought we'd be able to go off on the departure, the port 4 departure. It's not letting me. We're going to go with what I have. Okay. All right. So, takeoff performance. We're doing 143, 143, 145. Our flaps are 1 and we're up 2.6. Our flex temp is 74. And once again, I really don't know what to tell you on my, because I thought it would be the port 4, but instead we're given EWER for our takeoff. And then I don't have a transition, but you would think it's a biggie. Let me see. Well, okay, we still end up at biggie. Okay, we still end up at biggie. So we're good.
Clear to Dallas, Florida, radar vectors, park, Dennis Files, climb and maintain flight level 20. Expect flight level 340, once you're going to have departure. Going over to 119er, point 2, squawk 3 on 24, Skylab 93 heavy. Skylab 93 heavy, read that correct?
Clearance KBR 7780 Charlie requesting IFR to Elizabeth Coast Guard Station, Air Station with India.
1 second for that clearance.
Didn't mean to do that. Okay. 3, 6, 4, 3. It says standby, but we want it on. Transmit and receive for 3643. Should be there. That should be correct. Yeah. TCAS standby. No, it's not supposed to be standby. It's supposed to be. There we go. Okay, we're good. Brian, you're in charge of all comms.
I'll take over the comms, Steve.
All right, let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and get our push and start clearance. And I see, you know what, the minute we take off, I'm going to, well, I actually have a route I'm supposed to follow to get to Biggie. I want to see if it'll let me go direct to Biggie once we're up. We have traffic, so we can't really jump in front of anybody. We've got to be careful. So, let's see. Brian, would you get our pushback and start clearance?
I'll handle the pushback request.
Newark Liberty International Airport ground, Delta 7673 Heavy requesting pushback. We have Papa.
Delta 7673 Heavy, pushback approved, tail north.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
I don't know
Hey,
what I just
Captain,
had.
let me know where you want this thing. Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
This place is a wet mess today. I wonder what the temp is.
Charlie Golf Tango Lima Zulu, Newark Liberty INTL ground. Wind 052 at 8 knots. Active departure runway 04L. Some doors are still opened or the GPU or the ASU are still connected. I'm waiting for all of them closed and disconnected, then I will proceed.
All right, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect. Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go. Here comes the pushback. Light 'em up.
Alright, we're gonna go for ignition on. And engine 2.
Flight attendants, prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and all call. Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board your Delta flight. So in just a moment, we'll be showing you a brief presentation on the safety features of this aircraft. We kindly ask that you please direct your attention to the video monitors and flight attendants in the aisle, even if you are a frequent flyer. Thank you so much.
Cabin crew, all doors in flight and cross-check. Welcome aboard Delta Airlines.
Welcome aboard, and thank you for choosing Delta for 100 years and counting.
Delta. Airlines.
The health and safety of our customers and crew is our #1 priority, and the shared responsibility of everyone on board. So, before we depart, please pay attention to this important message. Stow all carry-on items in an overhead bin and place smaller items completely under the seat in front of you.
Larger electronic devices must be placed in a bag. Handheld portable electronic devices, including mobile phones, should also be secured. Keep the aisle, exits, and bulkhead areas clear. If you lose an electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and ask a crew member for help.
As we leave the gate, fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and adjusting the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release, lift the top of the buckle. If your seat has a shoulder harness, attach the metal tip to the fitting on the belt. To release, push the metal tip down. Stay seated with your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt sign is on, and keep it fastened whenever you're seated in case of sudden rough wear. In the event of rough wear, the crew might also need to buckle up for safety. We appreciate your understanding if our service is interrupted.
Federal regulations require all passengers to comply with all crew members' instructions
instructions, along with the posted placards and lighted ventilation signs throughout the cabin. Smoking, vaping, the use of e-cigarettes or any smokeless products, including chewing tobacco, is not allowed on any Delta flight. Federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying
Just about done
restroom
here.
smoke
Go ahead and set your
detectors.
parking brake.
There are 8 exits on this plane. 8
And we're
doors,
disconnecting
4
tow.
on each
Give me
side.
just a moment.
Each door has a detachable slide that can be used as a rack.
In the event of an evacuation, leave all bags behind. Carry-in baggage will slow the evacuation. All exits are clearly marked with the green exit symbol. Locate the nearest exit, and remember, they might be behind you. If we lose power, lights will illuminate the aisles to guide you to an exit.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will drop from the panels above your seat and inside the lavatories. Reach up and pull a mask or streamer down to start the flow of oxygen. Remove any face covering and place the mask over your nose and mouth. Slip the elastic strap over
taxi
your
lights
head
on
and adjust the
and
mask
the
if
runway
necessary.
lights.
Breathe normally and note the oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate.
And the
Be sure to
master
adjust your own
switch
mask
for
before helping
APU
others.
is off.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it
A
easy.
water
Have a safe flight.
evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case, life vests are in a compartment beneath or adjacent to your seat.
Flaps
To
are
use,
set to
remove the
1.
vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the
Ground
pouch.
spoiler is
Slip
armed.
the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, attach it to the buckle
Auto
in
brake
front,
is max.
and adjust securely around your waist. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom, or manually
Taxi
inflate it by
lights are
blowing
on.
into the tube at shoulder level.
Ready to taxi.
A water
Checklist
activated
complete.
light is attached to each vest. For children under 35 pounds, place the vest around their waist and secure the strap
Ron,
between the
would
legs.
you get our taxi
See your
clearance,
safety
please?
card for more information. Additional life vests for in-lap
I'll get
children
our
are
taxi
in marked
clearance.
compartments at the front and rear of the plane. We'll distribute these vests if necessary.
Before takeoff, bring your seat to
Newark
its
Liberty
upright position
International
and
Airport
stay
ground,
your
Delta
tray table,
7673
footrest,
Heavy,
and
ready for
leg
taxi.
rest.
We have
Be
Papa.
sure you fastened your seatbelt low and tight across your lap.
Delta
Carry on items
7673
secure,
Heavy, runway
and
4
all
left
rest in
taxi via
resting
Alpha
position.
9 or Lima 1,
Or as
Alpha 9 or
otherwise
Lima 3,
indicated on
Alpha
the
8,
placard in
Charlie,
front
cross
of you.
runway 4 left, then
If you
Papa
have a seat
November.
door, ensure it's open. See
Runway 4
placard
left,
instructions
Alpha 9,
inside the
Lima 1,
suite door
Alpha
for
9,
opening
Lima 3, Alpha
instructions
8,
in
Charlie,
case of
cross runway 4
emergency.
left, then Papa
Finally,
November.
take
Delta
a moment to review the
7673
safety
Heavy.
information card in your seat pocket.
As we finish our safety check, please let us know if you have any questions.
As we take off into the future, sit back and relax. And from all of our crew, thank you for flying with Delta, today and for the next 100 years.
It's not, okay, it's bad weather, but, nothing unbearable. We're going to runway 04 left, and we're taxiing down here. I have to get used to this plane because it's not as responsive. Of course, why would it be? It's huge. It's like huge. Right, we're going to be stopping here, holding short at runway 04 left, and doing our final takeoff checklist. Right, stop. Let's put our brake on. Right, brake is on. We're going to turn the runway turn-off lights off. Nose to takeoff. Landing lights on. Chrono reset. And brakes to auto brakes to max. Ground spoiler armed, flaps to 1. Test takeoff config. Takeoff config normal. Checklist complete. Alright, we're ready for our takeoff.
Cabin crew, take seats for departure.
Brian, get our takeoff clearance, please. We're holding short runway 04 left, ready for departure.
Requesting takeoff clearance now.
This is the Toliss A330-900. So the A330-9, excellent aircraft. And what I like about the Toliss is the McDoos are all uniformed. Like when you go from one Toliss to the next. Brian, you getting takeoff clearance?
I'll handle the takeoff clearance.
Thank you. And this is a short hop, so we're at Newark. We're going to go to Charlotte.
Newark Liberty International Airport Tower, Delta 7673 Heavy, holding short of runway 4 left, ready to depart.
Delta 7673 Heavy, Newark Liberty International Airport Tower, runway 4 left, wind 010 at 12. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 4 left, runway heading, cleared for takeoff, Delta 7673 Heavy.
Alright, so on takeoff, we're to climb to 3,000. Initial flying the runway heading, and then we will see if we can get cleared direct to Biggie. It's the easiest way. Right? And we've got some activity up in front of us. We're gonna hold on here. Something's wrong. Something's up. Right, we're gonna put our brake on here. That's 2 planes on the runway. Now that's a traffic global thing right there. It's not us. Nothing wrong with us. We're following the rules. Not sure what was going on there, but that was not okay. Brake is off. thrust to flex. Forward pressure on yoke. $80 knots. V1.
V1.
Rotating. Got to be kind of careful not to drag that back tail. Slow, steady climb right there. Positive rate and gear up. Right, we got to watch that climb, and we're going to retract flaps back to none, retracted. We've climbed past 1,000. Autopilot engaged.
Switching to departure on 127.6 Delta 7673 Heavy.
Flaps retracted. Ignition off. I didn't turn the ignition off earlier, but probably didn't hurt anything. But
Teterboro departure Delta 7673 Heavy. Good afternoon. Climbing to 1,000.
Delta 7673 Heavy, Teterboro departure, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 300, turn left heading 220, vectors to Big E, then as filed.
Climb and maintain flight level 300, left heading 220, vectors to Big E, then as filed. Delta 7673 Heavy.
And as soon as we get straightened out,
7673 Heavy, speed 250 knots.
we got a problem. We'll fix it. We've got a problem. I'm putting our speed on 250. We're not supposed to be going past 250. Let's see what's wrong. Right, I think I've got that fixed. I had my thrust on the wrong setting, but I think we're okay now. Or my auto throttle set wrong. And I'm going to go back to, okay, where speed's being regulated or managed by the flight plan. I did have a discontinuity in there, and I think that messed me up. It's my fault. Yeah, I did. Doggone it. Passengers never knew it, but I did it. I messed up. Brian, what was our altitude again?
We're at 2,995 feet, Steve.
What did ATC clear us for?
ATC cleared us to climb and maintain flight level 300, turn left heading 220, vectors to Big E, then is filed.
2,500.
Delta 7673 Heavy, contact Kennedy approach on 125.7. Switching to Kennedy approach on 125.7, Delta 7673 Heavy.
One thing about the Toliss that I do have some issues with sometimes is you grab the button and you manipulate it with a mouse, and sometimes it's hard to manipulate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we climb to our cruising altitude, we'd like to extend a special thank you to each of you, and welcome back to our SkyMile members and million milers. Your business and loyalty are greatly appreciated.
Good afternoon.
Heavy Kennedy departure. Good afternoon, altimeter 3008.
With your seatbelt securely fastened.
Doing pretty good, and correct me wrong if I'm pronouncing it right, but Mr. Traviation.
In case we experience any unexpected rough air. We ask that you also please remember to use caution if opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles that may have shifted during takeoff.
Are you an XPlane guy or a Microsoft guy generally?
To use approved electronic devices, and a listing of these devices can be found in Sky Magazine in the seat pocket in front of you. On today's flight in the economy cabin, it'll be our pleasure to offer you complimentary Coca-Cola products, Starbucks coffee, water juices, a variety of complimentary snacks, as well as a selection of our fresh eats items and all-day goodies.
Okay, we're on a climb right now. First mark will be 10,000.
Beer, wine, and spirits are available,
And we're
complimentary
at
for our first class
7,500.
and Delta Comfort Plus passengers, as well as available.
We are on
beverages for the
XPlane
cabin.
12. We're on XPlane 12. We're on the beta 12.3, which is the latest version.
Items can be found
right now.
in the menus in your seat pocket.
Okay, so you play more on Microsoft on Xbox. Okay.
Only major credit or debit cards for onboard purchases of beverages and snacks. However, you can use your Delta SkyMiles American Express card to save 15% and earn double miles on all Delta purchases.
I cannot say that I've done. I haven't tried it on the Xbox. I'm on a PC set up here, and it's XPlane 12 on
You'll find that the screen
an i9, just PC.
Feel free to use your
Here
own
with I'm running a RTX 4070 graphics card.
Complimentary for this and any future Delta flights.
Landing lights off and takeoff lights off. Okay. We'll keep climbing. So yeah, so this is XPlane 12. I'll go outside and let you see it. I'll give you. So this is a Toliss A330-900 Airbus.
Delta 7673 Heavy. Good afternoon. Climbing to 12,000 for flight level 300.
It's probably one of the more recent ones from Toliss.
7673 Heavy. Newark departure. Good afternoon. Somerville. Altimeter 3006.
Altimeter 3006. Delta 7673 Heavy.
Let's see if we can walk around here a little bit. The business class. I can't say that I have never really paid attention to the business class setup. the way they have it here.
Delta 7673 Heavy, climb and maintain flight level 320.
320.
Climb and maintain flight level 320, Delta 7673 Heavy.
By the way, my favorite aircraft, I think, it would be the 737-800. The XPlane 12 has one made by Zebo. No, I say not made by Zebo, by XPlane, but by the crew that makes the compatible plane, and it's really, really good. So, in fact, if you look at some of my old videos, you'll find some information on it, but the Zebo is a really good model. And yeah, the Boeing 737-800, everything's pretty much about as, I guess, about as realistic as you can get on the physics side. Microsoft, the daytime Microsoft Flight Sim still has a little bit of a edge on some of the low to the ground scenery, but XPlane 12, I think, once you're up, at IFR altitudes, looks pretty good. In fact, let's go down, way down. So when I hit Shift 3, I can actually look and get to the ground, kind of get an idea what it looks like below me. If I'm at an airport, it usually will take me, like it sit me on the runway. But this is somewhere in the southern part of New York State here. Right. Standard
73 Heavy, climb and maintain flight level 370.
370.
Climb and maintain flight level 370, Delta 7673 Heavy.
We're at 200 now, climbing to 370, but eventually 400.
Delta 7673 Heavy, contact New York Center on 132.1. Contacting New York Center on 132.1, Delta 7673 Heavy.
Alright. So we're on the climb to 400,
New York Center, Delta 7673 Heavy, good afternoon, climbing from flight level 220 to flight level 370.
Delta 7673 Heavy, New York Center, good afternoon.
Distance, by the way, we are from Charlotte right now. We're not far. 414 miles. It's further than I thought. I thought I was closer, but it would be a rather quick flight. We can go ahead and start working on the McDo for arrival while we're climbing. So this. We're coming in on runway, so hold on. 36 right on Chisley. It says we have an arrow as our transition. Let me see. I don't see it there. And on performance, we're going to go ahead and enter our approach info. So we're going to go to landing performance. We're coming in with medium brake mode and to 3.6 right. So that should give that gives us first of all the winds on arrival at the present. This could change for 240 at 7. Temp is 27 and QNH is 30.04. And ta-da, we're good there. And we're currently at 290, climbing to 400. Biggest difference between the Airbus and the Boeing, like on these models, like I'm more 737-800. I'll tell you in just a minute.
Delta 7673 Heavy. Contact Washington Center on 134.5.
Contacting Washington Center on 134.5, Delta 7673 Heavy.
Ladies and
Center,
gentlemen,
Delta
we have now
7673
reached
Heavy. Good afternoon.
cruising
Maintaining
altitude.
flight level 400.
Delta Airlines flight
Delta 7673 Heavy, Washington Center. Good afternoon.
We will be starting our snack and drink service shortly, so get ready to indulge. We have some delicious complimentary biscuit cookies, goldfish crackers, and almonds, along with Coca-Cola beverages and Starbucks coffee to keep you refreshed. If you're feeling a bit more peckish, our snack boxes range from $8 to $10, and we have beer and wine for $9 and cocktails for $11. Remember, all purchases are cashless, so please have your tap-to-pay cards or Apple's Google Pay ready. Oh, and after our service, I will be coming around selling articles from the Delta shop, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you for flying with us today, and enjoy your flight.
All right, sorry, gentlemen. I was getting my coffee. It's important to get your coffee, and a virtual flight attendant, I've learned, cannot get coffee. Okay, I'm just saying. Just saying. We're at 400 right now. We're 40,000 feet. We are 303 miles outside of Charlotte, and we're in the XPlane 12.3, which is the latest beta. And so far, I loaded the beta 2 days ago. Have not had any crashes, except I've had one time it bonked out, and it was the first time I loaded the XPlane 12's A330 Airbus. So I'm going to cut them some slack. I'll go back and try to load it on another flight. But for now, this is the A330 from Toliss. It's very similar to the A321neo. That's really my favorite by Toliss. So these two are the ones that I probably fly. I really enjoy flying them. I like it because things are a lot more uniform. The McDo seems to be a lot more uniformed also, so it seems to work for me. All right, not bad. It's 3001 in Charlotte. set that. And we're going to have medium braking in Charlotte. Looks like our VREF is going to be about 142, and flaps will be at full flaps for arrival. Uh-oh. Let's get rid of this discontinuity in our flight plan. I know what it's from. It's and transitioning to Chisley, so we're going to just going to delete or erase the continuity, clear it. So far what I'm seeing I like. The cloud formations look really good. What do you think? You'll tell me. Yeah, they look good. Sky, the richness of the colors, the saturation, everything looks pretty believable. Let's go to shift the reef, look at the ground. Looks like I'm at an airport somewhere. Let's see where we are. I don't know what airport it is. But we'll wait and let them take off and watch. This is the Traffic Global. You notice here he's put on his takeoff light or landing lights, and he's taxiing for takeoff. It's kind of cool. Taxi out. I have no idea where he's going, but I still think that's cool. Right there, it's all right. Traffic Global is what I like how it does traffic insertion, and it really does add a lot to your flight. What do y'all think? Clouds, everything. See, let me know if you see something that just kind of stands out, looks good, looks better. 12.3 to 12.2. I don't think it's a day and night with the clouds. Those sorts of things. I don't think it is. But it looks really good. Looks good. Right, we got seatbelts. Seatbelts are off, and we're letting people get on their portable devices. TCAS is active. We're squawking 3643, and we'll go ahead. We're going to go ahead and reset our altitude to a lower setting because we're going to be managed down by VNAV. But I'm going to put this down to 3,000, and I'm going to leave that there. Like I said, the VNAV, the plane itself, our altitude will be managed down. It will follow any restrictions. I see one at 13,000. At Chisley. And then you see how it's got some restrictions as we go down, and I am I'm clearing this discontinuity. It's wanting some instructions there, but if ATC needs me to do something different, I'll do it, but I don't need it in the flight plan. Excuse me. Right there. Right, if you notice here on the auto brake, I just went ahead and put medium and have it set. I'll need it eventually, and it's done. Go ahead and hit those two. Biggest thing to remember if you hand fly your landing with a A330 is watch your tail. Watch your tail. Don't go extreme. Don't pull way back on the yoke. Just watch your tail.
Delta 7673 Heavy, Washington Center. Expect the Chile 6 arrival. I'll start your descent in about 20 minutes. Say the word if you want to descend sooner. Expect the Chile 6 arrival. We'll let you know if we need an earlier descent. Delta 7673 Heavy.
I don't think we need an earlier descent. We're about 204 miles outside of Charlotte. Winds and all, I'm not sure we really need it. That's a nice livery. By the way, this is a retro livery from Delta Airlines. And it looks pretty good. Looks good. People can still use their electronic devices, but we're going to go ahead and turn on the seatbelt sign. The seatbelt sign is on.
Cabin crew, take seats for landing.
Brian, we need clearance to descend on the Chisley 6 arrival.
I'll request descent clearance on the Chile 6 arrival.
Washington Center, Delta 7673 Heavy, requesting descent clearance for the Chile 6 arrival.
Delta 7673 Heavy, descend via Chile 6 into Charlotte, altimeter 29908.
Descend via Chile 6 into Charlotte, altimeter 29908, Delta 7673 Heavy.
I can't grab it. You see it? Having trouble getting the right angle. Let's try this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now left our cruising altitude and have started our approach to Charlotte. At this time, I kindly ask everyone to return to your seats, stow your tables, and fasten your seatbelts. Please note that the use of lavatories is no longer allowed. Thank you for your cooperation, and we will be landing shortly.
Attendants, please prepare the cab for arrival.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have begun our initial descent. At this time, we ask that you kindly begin to recheck the security of your seatbelt. And if you've removed any items from the overhead bins, please begin to restow them at this time. Please check around your seating area and the seat pocket in front of you for any cups, glasses, or other articles you wish to discard. And kindly hand these items to the flight attendants as they make their way through the aisle. Thank you so much. We should be landing in approximately 15 to 20 minutes.
We're 168 miles outside of Charlotte. We're on a descent. We're on our managed descent. On the Chile 6 arrival. Well, good afternoon, Paul. Hope you're doing well. Current altitude is 370. We'll be descending down on the Chile 6. We'll probably capture, by the time we get in on approach, we'll capture at about 3,000, about 030. And we're coming in on runway 36 right to Charlotte. Charlotte is a Nimbus custom airport, so it looks really good. In other words, with whatever you see for XPlane and 12.3 in the beta and what you see here, remember that you're actually, Nimbus is not an airport that they created. It's a custom scenery. So I'm flying the Toliss A330 today. It's once again Toliss, the A321, the A330, two of my favorite planes. So the two Airbus planes I fly, but I will go back and I'm going to do an XPlane 12.3 A330. I meant to do it on this flight, had some. But you know what? The first time I ever loaded the A330, this is the first time ever since I went back to the 12.3 beta, it crashed. When it crashed out, not sure what happened exactly. It's probably something small. I'll go back and check the dump log later. But it probably is nothing. But I'm going to go back and retry it later. Alright, below the clouds, I hit shift 3 to get it. Wow, that looks really good. So this is below the clouds. And I have no idea. See, where am I right now? I'll double check. I don't recognize that. I'm checking it on the map, see if there's something I'm missing, if I know where it is. It really isn't one I recognize. It says Long Island. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, back to the plane. What do you think about the clouds? Believable? Not believable? They look pretty good. You know, I know what they did, and I think it looks pretty good. So they softened a little bit. They reduced some of the contrast, and what it does is it adds this like feeling of depth in the clouds that it's supposed to have. So I think they did a pretty good job. It's really good. We're set on real weather for this flight, so it's everything's set to just basically real and current. I'm not trying to change the time or anything. I'm debating about hand flying the approach. I'm debating. Okay. We're not far out. We're 128 miles outside, so we would be. We're in Virginia right now, basically. So this is the first full flight, the second full flight since I went back to the 12.3 beta, and the only things in particular that are different is when I tried to load the beta before, I had AutoOrtho and SimHeaven loaded at that time, and it threw up all over itself. When I tried to update it, it would crash, go into things. It would sometimes make it, sometimes it wouldn't. But it was just awful. And once I went back to plain vanilla and then added back my custom airports, it seems to be doing great. Okay. Plain vanilla just means I went to 12.3 with no SimHeaven and no AutoOrtho. Sorry, Paul. I thought I'd hit enter about 10 minutes ago. Evidently, I didn't. So the question is, what do you think? See if I can get a good FPM on the landing. I need, by the way, for Delta Virtual requires a 600 FPM or less to approve your flight. So. Now I say that, remember when the Endeavour flight up in Canada landed in the snow, I think the FPS on that landing was 960 feet. Really didn't do well on the back landing gear. Which is why the wing got left on in the snow. That, by the way, the more I think about that particular crash, and it was a crash, that was like divine providence if you've ever seen it. About the coming in, the plane dips down into the snow, keeps the flames at bay, and still flips over.
Delta 7673 Heavy, contact Washington Center on 124.05.
And not one person ends up dying. I think that was really cool. Heavy. It's good.
Washington Center, Delta 7673 Heavy. Good afternoon. We're descending to flight level 250.
Delta 7673 Heavy, Washington Center. Good afternoon.
Let's go. Wingspan's pretty amazing. It's pretty just wide. That's long, wide. notice traffic global's been really busy. A lot of flights out here. If you sit down and get a feel for what percentage of your resources that traffic global is using by itself, it probably is around 2% or something like that, but it's not much and greatly worth it. It really does. It just really does add something to the flight. Them some serious looking clouds right there. Got some rain here. Paul, it does take a while. By the way, it does take a little bit to download SimHeaven. Payware, the Nimbus Miami, Nimbus Atlanta, Atlanta. So the Atlanta, Charlotte, Miami. And I would say if you're looking to buy one of them, and I had a choice of those three, I would buy Atlanta because it's a larger airport. You're in and out of there, and when you add the custom scenery to Atlanta,
Delta 7673 Heavy, Washington Center, speed 280 knots.
I'm ignoring him on that. When you add the Atlanta, when you add the custom scenery, it looks just like the real airport. I'm talking spitting image of the real airport. And I've flown in and out of there a lot. It does, like everything to the hub and the headquarters and the hangars and the airports, surrounding airports, everything looks like it's supposed to. So yeah, I guess if I was buying one in particular, it would be Atlanta. If you're going to be using or loading SimHeaven, the only thing I highly recommend, stick to XPlane 12.2. Don't hold a second here. You can't load the beta. Don't load 12.3. It will spit up all over it and have issues, so you'll have some crashes, and it's just aggravating. So if you're going to use SimHeaven, stop at 12.2. Don't load 12.3.
Atlanta Center, Delta 7673 Heavy, good afternoon. We're descending to flight level 180.
Delta 7673 Heavy, Atlanta Center, good afternoon, Charlotte, altimeter 3000.
Altimeter 3000, Delta 7673 Heavy.
By the way, my typing's awful, so I was typing Nimbus KATL. Okay, it's better. And then Nimbus KCLT and KMIA. Those are the ones. that if you're going to pick one, just out of that pick, if you're just going to buy one, Payware Airport, go with KATL. Also on the forum,
7673 Heavy, contact Charlotte, approach on 125.35.
I would recommend the K-Boss, Boston.
Delta 7673 Heavy.
There's some Boston scenery, and I think it's good. It's really good. I think the first time I loaded it, it may have broke some of my jetways, but I figured it out, and it works great. I love how it looks.
Charlotte approach, Delta 7673 Heavy. Good afternoon. We're descending to 16,000.
Delta 7673 Heavy, Charlotte approach. Good afternoon. Charlotte altimeter 299er. Expect the ILS runway 36 right approach into Charlotte.
Altimeter 299er. Expecting ILS runway 36 right approach into Charlotte. Delta 7673 Heavy.
No surprises. It's come through the clouds. It's good. Oh, getting a little bumpy. Okay, I'm going to leave that on. I'm going to turn electronics and seat belts are on. And I'm going to go ahead and turn my landing lights on. We're about 50 miles outside of Charlotte, and I am going to activate approach phase. Still got a little bit to go, but start there. I will work on that, Paul, because I do not use my. I'll check on that. My Discord link. I'll see what's wrong with it. I may have set the wrong link or something in it, but I'll make sure it's updated.
Charlotte approach, Catbird 104. Requesting ILS runway 36 right. Approach, please. Charlotte approach, Catbird 104. I'm already on the ILS runway 36 right approach.
Do y'all listen to Q8 Pilot, also Q8 and Flight Deck to Sim? I think two of my flight sim heroes, or the guys that do the most, do a great job, is Q8 and the Flying Scotsman. Do an excellent job, but I pull nuggets from them when I go watch some of theirs. They've been doing it a lot longer. Q8 I think's been doing it for, gosh, 8 years longer. From Kuwait, Q8 from Kuwait. Alright, I think we're going to hit some restricted points here. And so we'll slow down. Yeah, we're still dropping though. We're good. all of our performance info is already loaded. I've already kind of preemptively got auto brakes set to medium, ground spoiler armed, and you see our VREF's going to be 142. We're at flaps 1, and even that we're at around 1,000 feet, or flaps 1. Check our approach. Yeah, we're in good shape. Let's look how our approach unfolds. So we're coming up on Jamgo, to Whizzle, to Cato, to Cat really, to Epea. Epea takes us, gives us a right turn that leads us to our base leg approach of our approach. So Pea to Sikdu, and then from Sikdu is our final turn on the final. And when we're at Sikdu, we'll be at about 3,000 feet when we get to Sikdu. At this point, the weather is really good. Weather's solid, so we shouldn't have any issues getting down to our approach altitude. Looks nice. Alright, we're being held up at 1,000, but we'll start descending again. It says here, let's see. Jamgo, yeah, so. I'm going to get fussed at for being a little slow because that kind of messes with the flow, distance, or spacing. But it's alright. Alright, I'm going to start monitoring our waypoints here. We're just hitting Whiz. We are 10 miles from Cat, and Cat takes us on our downwind.
Captain, cabin is ready. Your electronic devices and stow them until we arrive at the gate. Ensure your tray tables are put away, your seats are in their full upright position, and your seat belts are fastened. We will be arriving at gate concourse B12X. Thank you for your cooperation.
Flaps 2. And we're at 090. Airport should be in sight. Welcome to Charlotte. Wow, it looks busy. See, we're coming in on runway 36 right, so it's on this side. This right here. Alright, we're in great shape right now. We're at flaps 3 and at 090. And we're turning on to our downwind now. Paul, there is a custom DC airport with the city of DC also that is really top notch. It really looks good. In fact, I'll take off from there in the daytime and let you see it. Its scenery is just great, and that's another one that's a good one if you're looking for a payware. So those are just paywares, but KBOS or Boston is not a payware. It's you can get it on the forum, XPlane forum, and it's really it looks great. It works well. Just be sure to read the instructions about the jetways, about the SAM jetways, and you will not be disappointed. And we're at 078. We're parallel with the airport. think maybe I'll be able to see it from this window. Yeah, I can. Wow, bumpy. Right, there's, I guess that's 36 left. And 36 right. No, that's 36 center and then 36 right. Right, we have a right turn that is coming up down here. Let's make sure there's no discontinuities here. I don't think there is, but it's our next, yeah, we're good. We're going to sick dude. Sick dude.
Delta 7673 Heavy, 4 miles from Sikdu. Turn right heading 300. Descend and maintain 3000 until established on the localizer cleared for the ILS runway 36 right approach.
4 miles from Sikdu, turning right heading 300. Descend and maintain 3000 until established on the localizer cleared for the ILS runway 36 right approach. Delta 7673 Heavy.
Approach is active right now. Our approach is on, and we're currently headed toward the Sikdu waypoint. We're about to, yeah, got a little bit more to descend. Concern I have there. I do have a concern. I've got to get down. We're about 1,500 feet from our needed altitude. Let's see. Maybe able to make it. Yeah, we'll be all right.
Delta 7673 Heavy, contact Charlotte Tower on 118.1.
We're supposed to be at 3,000 by the time we got to Sikdu, and the approach is active. But I have gone ahead and knocked our altitude down to 2,000, so we continue descending. We're going to we'll capture the localizer as we approach.
Charlotte Tower, Delta 7673 Heavy, good afternoon. We're established on the ILS approach for runway 36 right.
Delta 7673 Heavy, Charlotte Tower, roger. Continue approach, runway 36 right.
It does look like we're
Delta 76
going to capture.
73 Heavy,
Charlotte Tower, winds 320 at 7.
2000.
Runway 36 right, cleared to land.
Runway 36 right, cleared to land. Delta 7673, heavy.
And should be captured. We're captured. Got it. Brakes are at medium. Ground spoiler is armed. Flaps are full.
$1,000.
And checklist complete. We're ready for landing. Okay, so do I take control or do I let it auto land? What should I do? You know,
$500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. Retard. 5. Retard. Retard. Retard, 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 retard,
brake,
retard,
max braking,
retard,
max braking,
retard,
brake, max braking, max braking.
That was an awful landing. Took control. All right, a little late.
73 heavy, contact ground on 121.8.
That was not a good landing. It's not a great landing.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the captain has parked the aircraft at the gate and turned off the seatbelt sign. This will be your one and only
Switching to
indication
ground on
that it's safe for you to get up
121.8,
and
Delta
move about the cabin.
7673.
Please be reminded to use caution when opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles
Charlotte
that may
ground,
have
Delta
shifted during landing.
7673 heavy. Afternoon, we've
You may now
cleared
use your
runway
mobile
36
phones
right
and other
and are ready to
handheld
taxi to
electronic
the gate.
devices while we taxi to the gate.
Delta 7673 Heavy, Charlotte ground, taxi to Concourse Bravo 12X at your discretion. Have a good day.
Taxi to Concourse Bravo 12X at our discretion, Delta 7673 Heavy.
And managing your sky miles account.
Thank you for flying.
I'm not sure I would put that in
If
like one of my worst
regarding
landings
ground
in recent
transportation,
history.
baggage claim,
It's not good.
or any other information, a uniformed Delta agent meeting this flight will be more than happy to answer any questions you may have.
And the entire crew.
On behalf of Delta Sky Team, our global partners, and flight crew,
The local
we'd like to
time
thank
here
you
in
all for
Charlotte
flying with us.
is
We've enjoyed having you on board and look forward to the opportunity to serve you once again. Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening. Flight attendants, prepare doors for arrival, please. Cross-check and all call.
I really would like that was not a good landing. That wasn't. We're gonna go look at it. I'm embarrassed even to replay it, but it was not a good landing. Okay, I'm gonna stop here for now. at this location, and we're going to call for our let's see, our ground services. Yeah, it wasn't. Ooh, no, that won't even be an approved landing. Our touchdown, it was, when I took control, it was coming down at a really drastically fast rate, and yeah, just not good. So even though I got a higher rating on that right there will cancel out that flight. So I'm gonna let's still go watch it. Let's go watch it because I'm a glutton for punishment. Okay, let's go to that. Let's see what it looks like. It was okay. So I think it was already descending. The rate of descent was way too fast, and here's where things go south. Right, I'm floating. Having trouble getting that nose down. All right. All right. We'll have a better landing next time, I promise. Anyway, that's Toliss A330, and was still was overall it was a good flight. The landing was just a little rough, and I think what I did was I came in with I let it come in. It was going to auto land itself. As I got closer to the runway, I realized that my rate of descent was too aggressive, but that's what AutoLand was bringing in with a higher rate of descent than I would anticipated. So I tried to take control. It's too late. I floated. It looks like I parachuted down the airport, down the runway more than that I rolled, and we eventually got slowed down. So.
Gate Alpha 25, ready for push and start.
All right. So say Intentions is who you're hearing on my ATC here. And this is a custom Nimbus airport by Nimbus, and that'll just give you a look. It looks real good. So this is a Nimbus KCLT airport right here. If you notice on a lot of the custom airports, the saturation, kind of the look of it, it's just a hair better, and honestly it's more like realistic when it comes to that. It's kind of that look. It looks good. Alright, I'll see y'all on the next flight.